container administrative charges. Yes, started a okay. Even as far back as 2021, we had a demonstration. FSR container administrative charges. And Metro say container administrative charges no share ni history ne power Ghana ha. Because na shipping lines no sometime in the 90s no na Ghana yen develop a ports ne se ne MPS wo ho no ma ye develop ports na ya yetimide equipments a movie cargo no from one point to the other. Na shipping lines na ni deploy omo equipments. Okay. Yes, edwuma no. Inti because of say edwuma na no ye no. Inti ene say wait you freight no amanone country of origin ne kra udu ha na e say ye pe kakra ma shipping lines no mutimi because of equipments na omode eden omode edwuma no. Now true to omampanin boshe no and even before that 2024 now one of the complaints they say Ghana Shippers Authority or more act now and more the power to negotiate fees. Okay. It is a shipping line the banners or sending fees a $200 administrative charge $200. Ghana Shippers Authority do bet my and say obe negotiate. Okay. Into every time we are complaining na Shippers Authority more ya or the be my and say Matidia Mokano. Nemo need to me metimi dia show marketing say memo munje inti through your advocacy in 2024 yomo enacted act 1122 the Shippers Authority omo new act no now omo new act no more the mandate to approve charges. Okay. Inti previously no omo negotiate sisi anesa the charge no bana Ghana Shippers Authority say charge we too much untia yama we enje sa charge no Shippers Authority never approve say J 1 cedi anaje teku anaje sempoa, and the reason is because Shippers Authority na a regulator for the commercial aspects of your transactions within the shipping industry. So only they regulated the commercial aspect. Now omanpanyi ba ya this there yesu no otieye Shippers Authority omoye enquiries call Lome Togo Nigeria omukukọ kwa mama na so kwhwe say na tie wo ho. Now the evidence and answer the outcome by and say one all those countries now even when the shipping lines edges are charges now first omoje charges in local currency. Okay. Over Ghana ha shipping lines no omoje charges no in dollar is rated in dollar. Now you are converted to the cedi equivalent. Inti ene anyame aduma dollar in number 11 to 12. Shipping lines need be $165. It means that you do the conversion based on the $11-12 rate. Now say dollar nyame anya yadom, which we pray doesn't happen. A movie economy, it means that the administrative charge continues to increase regardless say is the same dollar amount that they've quoted. Okay, that's one aspect. Then another aspect our Musa who say, and even through our own checks, and so they say other countries are yen charge administrative charge per container. And for here emphasis 20-foot container and the base. So they don't charge per container or other countries. Omo charge no per bill. Inti se ubill no 20 containers na woso a ehone yemfa Lome enye example. Say 2000 CFA francs and omoja CFA francs omoja containers 20 na woso containers 50 na 1 bill so a the same amount now betia. Over Ghana ha you charge per container. It is a bill no 20 containers na woso a let's say nina 20 footer nina each be $165 times the 20. Wow. Say a 40-foot container na woso a $165 times 2. It is a 40-foot container times 2 of the 20-foot container price. Now say containers what be on so 10, 20, 40, you multiply the charge per container, which doesn't happen in other countries.
And even per container, no, it depends either 20 or 40.
Yes.
It's 40 times 2.
Times 2.
It's 165 or no? 20.
20.
Yes. Wow.
Yes, 165 near 20.
Okay.
Now, imagine a trader. Mabami wa 10 containers and a woman be on so. Mitia 165 times 10 containers. Let's assume for purpose of calculation, a very simple am in 20-foot container pen also. 10. It means that Mitia $1,600 and $50.
No, you are converted the best cities.
Yeah, they are converted their basics. Into saying, that's administrative charge. And you see, the interesting thing about this administrative charge, and Romeo Church, before I be fee Brazil and I may fa goose in Efia, before I fee honomono, what calculating and we say, shipping line, calculating we say, may voyage may be. Ebi amefa ekrowe aha say meye transit waha meye say fuel say na me here this is what I would need to deploy the service that I'm giving the person into a charge. We do Ghana ha was administrative charge. But you see because of the way sometimes here in your mouth kroma so say me di kan trail me omaimu me di kan trail say ye share administrative charge na one history na fire by
because kame papa baby say na e ba no sa shipping line ya wo mo na da so e de wo mo equipment eba be yi enema na said ye enkane no no mo ye nu nti wo mo de sa we buy na
entisabium
at what point e no mo jaye.
Oh, I think even at the development of MPS, sometime 2016, even before that,
I don't know so
no report
actually, also somewhere in the 1990s, and as an many now omubedu kroma say we have what we call the ship to shore gantry cranes. And it's no omuyi and your money vessel no ma they see as I said so my.
Okay.
What I say. And I chair and benefit who said that be turn around time no. Yeah, na consume. If it's on the do port has na every day be na ho car omo. And inti essence of one yan toy machines ne die. Ni omo use omo no. You pay $10 be emom. Just to motivate them to bring cargo into this country. Meaning about ada obey free bra. You could do haboa. And the turnaround time is very swift. International your friends and vessels be call it a port. If it's so bad, my port, I say, MPS, papa, now go in.
Brenya fini be delay.
Exactly. And into your chest, since you can only a channel, to say, Gramus could be a more shipping lines. One say, if it's a muba, your boy home wedding, and Mamunya good turnaround time to move to other places. And to say, Scanana because of that, Namia Dom, Yasano, and we have modernized machines or equipment to say it immediately discharge your cargo from the vessel.
Maybe now onyo mo ne massa equipment na still amoda sutia surcharge sesika ekohin mo side bi ma wo mo ana
there be that's where I was coming to.
Okay.
So sisia na ye anka say it may deploy machines no because they were used to collecting sasika no abeka omo revenue a omo generate ho. So allowing that revenue to go no eyo mo ya shipping lines no sasika na enko aban ho shipping lines no ho sasika na enko aban ho
say yes value for money we render services bi ma me a na me tua woka now services no on render ni bio exactly me say tua woka
your argument ya from time immemorial ne say shipping lines no sa container administrative charges there is no value for it inti omoji esika enu kwan so omoye den omoji na eba say omampani ehu problem no inti this year shipping lines no sometime in January Ghana Shippers Authority Emma omo notice said they should submit their charges for approval not negotiation approval and almost submitted charges no in March and a Ghana Shippers Authority etro come on say oh mo container administrative charge there ye tiso about 550 Ghana cedis even though there was protest from us, say we don't even need to pay, you know. Shippers Authority say, oh, a shock at once there. Into yet so about 550 Ghana cedis. Omo so shipping lines say money ya kum. Ena omo share omo workers ni bi echi. Na workers ne form a group omo petition ya no omo petition president. Ena president say okay. Minister of Transport. There's a dispute on pass at the port. Say be ya enko affected trading no. Hwe na sesi asem no. Ena minister no oye consultation with traders, with freight forwarders, shipping lines, you know. After broad consultations, and minister near say instead of the 550, no, may they bus 720. But it is to allow for us to have about some 2 months or so to have a proper discussion to see whether this fee we should continue to pay. And even if we should continue to pay, what should be the terms that would govern our payments, you know. 720 and our Ghana Shippers Authority issued directive to shipping lines say effective 1st July shipping line be about between administrative charge 720 Ghana cedis.
Now is it per
still per container?
Yes.
Still per container. But now at least the relief is that it is Ghana cedi. Say dollar ne jenu hu and jenu hu. Your bumpire say dollar be anso jenu hu because
720
we as a result of a year researcher Ghana Shippers Authority.
That's when I will call other countries.
Other countries.
Exactly. Because who say sub-region, your cost of doing business in Ghana.
High. In fact, it's the highest.
What I say, and you know, Oman Penny is okay. And you won't come to Namonche, Omoko Togo, or from Senegal, or from then Ghana, Ghana has a year. 2 months up, meaning 40-foot container, 40 foot. Container administrative charge for one particular shipping line, PIL, 4,000
Ghana cedis.
Nikra receipt viewer has a importer no, or the 10 containers number. 10 containers administrative charge I want to say 3,840
per one.
One.
Yeah, per one container. Into 10 containers. 10. Yes, that's 40,000 Ghana cedis.
You get it. Now, say 720. Nyakopanya Doma or Nam Court is released in favor of traders. Eba bet 6 case. What 38,440 no, every 7,200 mubwa. And I say 1,440. Baby, a 10 you must sum.
Consumers ne ko.
What I say, maybe say no, your importers and I send a Michael trade. Or Bobby who said directive by Michael Eka 17. It's out over there. Court ruling, no, it's also out over there. Exactly.
Romeo is quite passionate because almost every time one of your reports, they say sometimes we are in the market. They are agents. Now, Mami and come in tentem. Nyakoya and say directive in the buy 720 no. Shipping lines ne say omontiase into omoko court.
Okay.
Omoko court and they went to court for a judicial review. Sexual they assessing and say yem kwashi decision Ghana Shipping Authority. Ghana Shippers Authority etiki. But while that is ongoing, they applied for an injunction. And a court ni tie injunction application. Na court ni say otie injunction application now on the balance of convenience. The court believes that the Shippers Authority or more directive, no, because it's still in force, or more regulatory body, they are amenable to the jurisdiction of the court. No, directive should continue, so that let's say shipping lines, the court would always find a way of compensating you.
Yeah.
Say shipping Ghana Shippers Authority, then the directive continues. That way, the shipper are importer no. But se mi tueche scanning na ama uwie ne se ekoba se we ni nkunimu a
ubetu emisika
na mame at what interest inti injunction application no court ni bogu here. What it means is that the Shippers Authority omo directive no was enforced, and you see shipping lines say decide say even though one of them court compare injunction no Ghana ship of injunction non succeeding no still directive need the munti into it caused the Ghana Shippers Authority to write to them say who say after the court ruling no on the injunction no who say still na mo da soje sasika ya moji munje 720 no shamo say munye den munje 720 no o manfi any year petitions at the Ghana Shippers Authority almost all the associations and omoma attach a few invoices to show the evidence say
indeed this is amount of
attaching invoices no Ghana Shippers Authority omu notice ni me me de bema notice no was on the 29th of July. Now it's almost a month even after the directive was supposed to take effect. Still no more Ghana Shippers Authority say there be. Sika bi amaji bia no mo refund it. And you refund at 300%. Shipping lines in say omo de mo kan kra na yenye den. Yentie. As of today, even though there is a court ruling on the injunction and there is a directive from the Ghana Shippers Authority say the cap of container administrative charge is 720 Ghana cedis per 20-foot container. Shipping lines say they will not listen because for them until the entire judicial review application is heard, say court didn't ask me na the bear no the shipping line the Ghana Shippers Authority akano the court na kano omufanya ase mobumu yen
enti die mom na mbra ewie because high court ruling na aba na say in favor of more traders na dia ba die bi no mo hwe ni mo enti omonje and again se wo kwa kotu esika na sa shipping lines no wo mo wo banka se wutwi ansa no mo release goods no before you can even proceed to the next stage na so wo ways and say yes and say be a GRA ne ade aban na jeje no de sika na mandia then say ye betimi aka say we are not taking this is the exact amount zinia the mahona say wo mpedia because there has been a directive of which is legal because as some courts na say be anhye ba dia enye so obi na epe na wa hye sa de no ehefo na je sika no shipping lines
na Jiska no.
Oman
Jiska no and they are in the ICOMS process. Okay. So if you do not pay, you are unable to progress.
Oh.
No Romeo mo na yes
So this is it. Oh said before COVID na okako ye we release obeko shipping line office na wa ko tua usika.
Okay.
Tua wi na afei omo release amount. Na COVID hit no and working from home and all that. And you know, say no, I also call more designated banks. I also call now go to Sikano, and more mansana, Sikan, and no one ye Jenny, sir, whole administrative charges and all that. What are they doing administratively? And the claim agent be able to say. Some of the shipping lines, so would documents squad, and that's what your requester. That's a winner issue. When you be in
Indonesia and Bekasa.
Omuni agent
agents of the shipping line. But if you have a problem, you may have to call somebody and I say also be or no be or Indonesia representing the shipping line to speak to him.
And sometimes we even ask ourselves, say, what administrative work are you doing? Exactly.
It is
because administrative charges there. And people say, "Oh, come hurry, said this is I'm paying you because bibinia." Swiftly no ubemu mame ho to me
to be call shipping lines ni bi se wunyo bi a se bi wakodre e wodwuma ni mu a ukodu a this only security man in akasa they don't even want to see you and then talk to you and the security never be say now you den wa now peden meanwhile you are collecting administrative fee for that purposes ne o tue sika na ma wo no what just security now or no on tie adwuma na se se be amendment o se me ba be release o se me be payment and go through o omo share condition and akonye kura no omo meje do so enter and we are saying say that administrative charge na mo no it doesn't commensurate the
service
or
you are
giving to clearing agent, and we represent our importers. These importers are those ones give us money to come and pay.
Yes, and you see, like the president rightly mentioned, everybody is complaining about the shipping lines. You see, shipping lines, almost say, okay, Ghana no say ama Omodoso.
Oh yeah.
Omo nyina so na
Omo nyina.
Omo ku a
swag.
Friend swag. Omo kabom.
O show omo rate here. Omo ye bear 17 omo rate. Omo call court shipping lines bear 17. And the swag echi e call court.
Okay, until now sa ruling we about mama a trade minister and so aswate with this decision ana.
So yes, we have now. Okay, Exim Frozen Foods. We released a statement. We released a statement. Now in your statement, 4 things in your request here. First, immediate compliance. Second, full refund. Then the third one was a firm regulatory enforcement. Now, fourth one here, we wanted government backing, proper government backing, because you see, at the end of the day, Shippers Authority, or Ministry of Transport, I say, and issues in the by and the President's directive, Minister of Transport, say non-resolving issue. If the shipping lines are not respecting the directive of the Ghana Shippers Authority, and your Professor Jampo directive no more respect you. It's not even the minister's directive, it's the president's directive. And you, the minister, you are the representative of the president. So we've said that we want to see the ministry's full force behind the Ghana Shippers Authority. Because you see, shipping lines, I didn't want to say, you drive Ghana bar, why not they in your mother, why not they freight beba hasi? That's because collectively, and omundim ranisu.
Yes, sir.
It's omundim say.
There's also omujiska.
Omujiska.
Omujai, but what's a DB or honmas? One take.
So we need to take sanctions and punitive measures against them.
Why in a bit to me a sanction woman?
Your new law before Romeo Beba 1 minute before your new law the Act 1122 no. The South Authority Ghana Shippers Authority. Okay, sections 36 and 47 now. 47 no empower Ghana Shippers Authority to even go to court in respect of say amount sanctions now for the court to give an enforcement of it, so that if you don't, they can cite you for contempt.
Okay, and it's
been one release, one notification. I mean, the Ghana Shippers Authority are catching say they are taking the steps, even though they have assured us. We think that we want to see more. It's been almost a month.
Sure.
And we want to see more because Yenjin says Mako Germany na se meye ejuma wo ho no ma omo court ebe she ruling and so omo administrative body ebe ma directive na me maka se menye den me so e komo pamo me cry den ache. And so that is the crust of our problem.
Na abna e patrol am say obisa question bi na obeso hu say hen ye twiska no na scan ye ka say ye ntua kra na say na besi ye. You see Niama yen clearing agents and freight forwarders. Yes, we are who Jim and say, almost a directive. We can't say your importers in the beer. And so, or marking say, now Shippers Authority. Shippers Authority, over the money, section 36, subsection 1A. Uridia, it gives them the mandate to approve the shipping line or anyone who provides service in the maritime business. To be approved. And make clearing agents 10 containers here, but the money importer or share administrative charges are 38,480 Ghana cedis. I say, hey, Romeo, now then, minimum second, I will say 720, and I say per you are 1,440. And 38,000 every. No, many shipping line ayeka na. And as I say, it's a percent if you so much a beautiful who say a shipping line so no and no move for Obo Emma Court no any shippers authority. Now you
the president of the Republic of Ghana.
Boy home morning. I think so. Your shippers authority at Nasi. Now you freight forwarders. It told be because you quadrille with money to I am not your experience akra. And to catch on say, what share or more your airline? Airline not just say na omo deposits being so at 200 and the deposits no
for the
shipping lines no who go to your sika say 40
no some process now be go through na sana bia o nema no kwa na o nema na bewi
o nema na bewi na o go gi release no almost o content na o dey ko ni o continents a o dey ko fie ni ti no for deposit eto o gi 2000 Ghana cedis
as a security charge no say na wo ko no wa ma
1000 Ghana cedis enyo munyina ebi na eje o ji ase e na GS actually say eto de bia deposit ni ti mi dom wa ebi say o kwa jo refund process abo go through no any process kretwa ya ka say ye pese ye di emra e wo kro mu so if it's a faithful this ye di mra so enti ni a shepers authority aka any court ruling no eno na ye pese ye tua na shepers na hu say time we are time bound anything say bana say anya wo kra na o metua the marriage wonye ni tam o mo di rewura ye
ba be bi sample say 720 make us say wo no clearing agent no trader no ehun ruling no
exactly
it was itia until obetua 720 now shipping lines no say they are not conforming to 720 no the mortgage eba if why na betia
exactly
trader dey be say tia
say be say betua based on the 29th July a friend said direct
no
GS said yenye den yentua na omobeje refunds no ayeden amayen
yes we 2000 you kura na koda ho no no so
na we
bebe
it is suggestion dey buy say GSA mumbie ni obroni frɛ no escrow account say na be ya me ko shipping line misikenie so say on gino on release mamia yemfa sika no embre GS4 na GS4 instructed GPH say GPH ya just on behalf of the importer and the shipping line it's a movie risk go no man. When we have some of these wild measures, it will compel the shipping lines to comply. If you say, importer say obese oyi ni nioma, on timi ma demurrage nkano, eto di benye ni demurrage o, also timi meet some delivery timeline. Also who delay. Invoice am dey tell you 100 and something thousand for shipping line charges only. Say importer need this car, then obey. So why crowd also be 720 na sa one year? I was saying to me account we know shippers authority timi just say sika no eto wo na ekoyi shipping lines na ready so be jom sika na wa beji but say no our hands are tight and you know we have to pay under protest any letters in the atropa ye wo gidie say yakopon ya dom na say shippers authority anyone we are ye bitimi making sure say ni o ma gini ngina no ye beji refund che na beche na mom ye beji
enti sabre no omuguso etua more than 720 na
of course shipping lines
enra ye call one of the shipping lines na minia utie nkomo na omuni edi na asefem utimi che nipa ne say ye share omon penifo ni bi utimi che penini say court ruling ni directive ni aden na mo gien more than
720
yes.
Also we are law-abiding citizens, we are law-abiding businesses, and we want to comply with the law. So until the final determination of the court, that's all we can say. Now, so when you say ruling never on the injunction, no, pay injunction hearing. Because courts in our courts and pay injunction. So if the Ghana Shippers Authority had been injuncted, because shipping lines would expect that order
exactly
hold. It is says here, your friend is an injunction, you are going court now pay injunction on court. No. That same court, no, what the court hold can say the final determination of the matter will go in your favor. Court now my first ruling now on person obeji atum no. O person my judgment. The final judgment now jitum. And you see, for us, eggs and frozen foods for our goods are perishable. Even though they are in reefer containers, they are plugged near the. And I say, come on, near the call your friend is a terminals. Reefer containers in the car, sockets in the if I zero. No, so yes, and you do come say be a 4 bar or move but this particular problem that the shipping lines are causing, Ghana ye architecture now. It appears that shipping lines na koye nkofobia and come asem
untouchable.
And omobeya ebebu oman administrative regulatory bodies enimtia no mobeye. No mobeya ebebu ministers enimtia no mobeye. no mo be ya ebebu court ni nimtia na be ombe in fact no mo be ya ebebu omampeni the excellency Ghanaians 32 million Ghanaians yakọ on a very early morning ebi mo de blog akwa sisi ho asack you akwa to abama no ya vesting authority in that person shipping lines no omo va nya hwe if omo va man peni no kra nya hwe that's how disrespectful they are.
Kamea say more you see all the machinery a banner even through the laws and all that still are in the they are being adamant. I said they are more kind of campono and yeah no na womuti and I'm also more cost because one person money man so be saying the one person mo be no and no na mo ye see because the mo ye no so niti amra because court na say this is the amount amuntia na and yeah no mutia more than that sir. Into what's the way forward? Okay,
so
from air traders and abamo.
Sure. So for us traders, yeah, we are planning a demonstration. Okay. In fact, next week, better date no is I think between Wednesday and Friday. It may be a long week. Yeah, who police in your mood in komo bibi added than yeah, colleagues from Gutane, all the other associations, even freight forwarders, joining. Near your yetre yebe shipping lines na ko demonstrate wo honum. We believe that one of the ways I be voice out your pain and your concern to them, but they also yebe throw petitions. One of the your friend is saying recommendations in some of the petitions, and they say we believe say apart from the Romeo Akano say abain your ICOM system ye decouple shipping lines from the process. Say beya say wuntua shipping line now you cannot proceed. Shipping lines the reason why they are so firm ne say omunim say wuntua omo process na untimi nko wenim. But if it becomes a situation for the time being given their conduct you betime yi omo fi ICOM's platform ne so where paying the shipping lines doesn't become an impediment on proceeding we believe that the shipping lines will set up. The shipping lines are not setting up because if you look at the conditions surrounding it appears that one amako say a friend is saying yeah say you sign kokromoti ho mopo. Untimi sign omo ho na onye den unclear on your mano. But if you can go through the process even with the escrow account Romeo Ekanwasem and pay the money to the Ghana Shippers Authority who would hold the money for them until these matters are determined. Let's obey my year process without going through the shipping line doesn't impede you. We believe say it would help us as Ghanaians because we don't believe any Ghanaian business owner baby no akwakoye de omoye. Now on the longer conversation we believe that it's time that say because of the complaints people usually have about SOE state-owned agencies, owning a shipping line again like we used to have the Black Star shipping line may not be the resolve. But if government can look into policy, can help local content in our shipping industry. Say maybe they have the resources and would go into the industry, can get some incentives. And you see sikano omojije ne de ya ni na ne say omojije sikani na wi and tina krom ha ukrom ni de yese ukrom petrol na ma ebika we de ori ebi nka wo don penny na cross sako. So it also even affects our forex because shipping lines say omodi omusika na ekwa cities no maji wa ha but best is $2. So then they start mopping up your dollar na aba system ni mo anka at least buama your FX net stabilizing. Then the shipping lines go in for that. So they are a double problem. You see, I buy two many shipping lines in even in respect of how much they can repatriate at a time. Because we believe that how much they take out of the economy also affects our forex to some extent. Because administrative charges $165. let's say we do about 1 million containers a year.
And even within a week, a month, Dodo saying.
Let's even just say generously you do 1 million containers a year. The whole shipping in that. Let's say we do 1 million.
Even more.
Which is even more. Let's just say we even do 1 million. It means that they are taking away about $165 million from our economy.
Yeah.
Me now where the problem me finding it difficult to understand, and I say me person me bomb me home then say before a company be and I say be a foreign companies be Ghana are operating. There are laws be guiding ni panel and I say be a bomb home bra no matimi edi dwuma wo mu edi. The typical one pa say ebam ejadifo say wo wholesale bibi retailer foreign ntimi mbamba retail product bi e wo Ghana ha say omo dia na say wholesaler and be o2 na wo ko e be difficult enu tin na binum e very agitated because say say wo yi ne baako a na wo ko yi ne baako bia na wo na wo de ba wo ye foreigner no wo de no because wo kwan bi ntine wo de no be wo forma ma me no so a me kwakọ yi ne baako no me de no so and these are some of the measures that boost indigenous businesses and yes. Now here is the case sa shipping lines no emra abase say na monye almost say omunye I don't understand e didn't know omunye almost a month omo mfa the assessor omoye no omunye and mo ka say nyina no na ka me pese me tie say these are the institutions so much take a very firm decision say so man you say any de beye wo mo ba mo kasa na menti BBC.
Yeah, because the only institution owo emra ehye to take some action against the shipping lines to take the step is the Ghana Shippers Authority. And
so directive see o mo de amen e de ebiu
so Ghana
Omonsaka
oh, even as at the end the 12th of August, Ghana Shippers Authority some more another directive. Osha directive way so I say just a few invoices have been listed. They've been told, the shipping lines have been told, say all the transactions between the 1st of July to date, they should submit the invoices of those transactions to the Ghana Shippers Authority, so that it will be basis for the Ghana Shippers Authority to say that this is the amount you owe in excess charges. We think that the Ghana Shippers Authority is doing what it can do, but we believe it can do more. That is our firm belief. As traders, your firm belief, they say, Ghana Shippers Authority have done, they've tried, but we expect them to do more. And I've seen the passion with which, when we have this discussion, sometimes Professor Jampo comes to the table with. We want to see that passion reflect in deed.
Sure.
Because you cannot have a court ruling on a matter, shipping lines in and you want to go to court and maybe all that you are doing is even sending notices as of now. We understand that the courts are on vacation, but we know that there are vacation judges sitting. Yeah. And some of these matters are even motions that you can go and move. And so we expect the expectation, they say, Ghana Shippers Authority should come to our aid, but particularly the minister. And the time minister is because on a president mandate, they say he should intervene in these matters.
Now,
and we've not heard his voice.
Now, and now maybe because I'm mono sono as a traders, a dear and a my dear home. Even though sir, my exhausted. Yes, measures and as authorities, shippers, shippers authority, your more dear, but who say enough. Any brand idea or more canning in a more person who say indeed or more implement it, and must action a coso, and masosa must try to engage a minister. No, and so say, be this is what a high court ayeka. Shippers no idea so moody age, but even though there's a channel of communication, but when it's high enough, at least say some more no so what
Senior Metre say, and I'll share I think I gave it to your producers. Petition, Amano. We petition them on these matters, but also we are discussing with our lawyers as a trade organization what legal steps we can take. Because when kokota, you need to understand what your locus is there. The directive and directive near Ghana Shippers Authority there, but we are a beneficiary of the directive. So to the extent that we are a beneficiary of the directive, the directive concerns us as much as it concerns the shippers, the shipping lines. All those conversations are there. But next week, senior mechanic, we are training the and we are making efforts to meet the minister. We're discussing with our colleagues within the trade space. As a collective. Now you could share Yamane who say, well, yeah, exam day, you can't try but ABCD, yente wanone kasa ewum. Minister, una share ye industry, so particularly the transport part of it. Also na shipping lines, omujume di na eden ewo. Yesra wadarma openi den na obeya etime eden. Afa hona asumdwe eden. Etime aba because you see. The problem no kosuni nane the ordinary citizen never bro. Because differences here woman. Other passing on. And you see say be a me frozen foods and just say me bibia na eba because be a mobile phone and na me kra into me koto mobile phone na me ono so dey ba no Majisika but ono so beche gusu na mesuma eden metua. So we are also part of the ordinary Ghanaian obeko market importer be pass the cost of doing business onto them. And so I mean it's a bizarre situation.
Okay, now
yeah, I think it is always done. Oh, Nema I say yenya break akra no. And it's a also difference in cost. And kabema the cost of clearing cargo, and to some extent reduce prices in the market, and no na yes. And the question will be said then number one, it's yen clearing agents. Near I say yeti asiana say huni say importer the number ba na cost of clearing it no. I will form one. Ejidi ye say edimpuntuo ebeba ejuma yeyemu. Na say anyoma de ba. Shipping line charges in Gua container administrative charge 38,400 Ghana cedis. On to me to because and nearby a quaint mini, you better than for iron Asamba. Abema, there 1 year. What's your own Juma? Meanwhile, shipping lines, bomb keta, pa, or make groom. Now we'll lose Juma. And it's an Emra Yashan. We are pushing it to the whole country. Fortunately for us, Oman is aware of what is happening. Video boy, Oman can say amount no, too much. One container you are doing 24,000, and almost no shipping lines almost price is an standard. Wait to make container administrative charges 4,000. Wait to make
wages $165. Maybe a wage $180. And yes standard.
Debbie, and no shippers authority try you say Debbie. Now, we are making sure that based on the research we have done and our findings, we are capping the container administrative charges. In fact, can you scrap it for you? And then another conversation.
Which will come to forcefully.
Yes, scrap it for you because I will. Yeah.
What does it? Semetia now the madia air bremia. What the Nanya will come and say, no side be I will be using machines be out the budget. Semi or how cry to say the walk and I just said me mumuna me calls after will be or baby na my auntie won't you don't even come in
at all.
18 years says he can away. It to me and no info because if it's included in the system, I will bet you near there. So much they in crat and amount. And I'll put you can ask also I can cut every free or more man. It's only it's in
your friend is saying demorrage. Yeah. When container number two, let's say yes, you can now go to an inti. When yes, you can because who your duty? What your shipping line? What your terminal charge? What your regulatory agencies? What be sir? Or first question will be say, I mean, what the container bar? And you duty nation blank one out you. So then, what your duty we have what we call other time related charges.
Time related.
So when yes, again to your shipping line charges are after 7 days, after 21 days. You incur other time related charges. Container and anyone who gumne si habawa a friendly demurrage and who bet you worker. If you are more 7 days, you are 14 days. Now better when you know. Now Saturdays and I'm saying also just a demurrage. Now who we are what could you terminal charge? Say anyone out there bano say rice and I say dura FDA for regulatory charge permit fee just say treat you bebre into no be no oko drum na say oko pen we ato a wo so pen enuma yes pen na 10 Ghana cedis pen ke bianka 2 cedis na 1 cedi
nyoma e dia keka ho
into no ye frɛ Oman Ghana nyina ka say enwie wo habo enwie wo clear agent enwie wo trader aye Oman Ghana fo nyina na enwie wo yeso eni ti say ye be demonstration say na me nua yi kan a wo say nyina ti di enwu jim say ne be ya enyoma efi abrone ba no ho kan ne ba fom a hwe ye ti kuma say mama ye ndada ye ho enyoma bibiri ho no ma e import in fact raw materials cry e be production e wo kuma say ye import what I say e to de bi a shipping line charge e do so say duty outua shipping line charge to de bi do so say duty outua
e bi na mo ke ya
o fon san nye hwe uni machines saudi ye juma containers ni be do a e terminal so e no mo de mo machines
juma no
containers ni free vessel ni ekọ friend say assassin so o shipping line out to office e na maba say ne ba be je me document release ma me na me nko terminal nko me juma o so be me ba ko 4,000 Ghana cedis. For what reason?
For what reason?
It doesn't make business sense.
You see, the problem is shipping line shipping line o bill no oye ho adwuma. Enye say offer container no 11 no oye bill no ho adwuma. Release bill no emawa. So bill no release amount no. The same effort in releasing one bill is the same across.
Releasing 100 containers
on one bill. It is a container back on 1 bill. So the same work to release that one is the same. It's to say containers here do and all container bill back so you beju edu. I had to say, Mina, ebi obi nhyɛ dante ase. Yen fa ni say, na kuria abey. Nkofu bebree ye ho. Nti no wato ebi a mobile phone ni wo circle. Ena wetua courier ne ka any delivery ni bibia wetua any ade no
counting kasa duduo say once a boom or de
charge no
but when so de ye ne ba ko charge ba
video now born the second one senka 12 video so man penya kasa trade mu say ade we ye wo hefa
and you see you are releasing bill and you see on man penya you see the entire me sa assembly who when it comes to this conversation because omanpenite shipping in komoyi then if I duties no the charges that accumulate into the duties otiase eno onimenti e wosoro into otiase no onim say shipping lines ade omuye enye ono kraka
because omanpenini appreciate say the echo no enye enti DMB what's next
enti ye ma Oman Ghana nyina ehu efiti nyame adoma next week ye boko jan ye ne exam for guta for aje atum so beba aboso kan for aje atum so beba che say traders aje atum so because say ya trade share
enye frozen
ade
bia ye krefia no ne bia
because obeto ade oyiri be kodwom misu yiri be kodwom o just say o kona se nyoma boa ye den a ene nkwala nyoma ene toys ni ade koto okrom na agbofo de gigi woni books ni ade se yentimi ento a
na ne kwa banko ade a
o just say
and shipping lines in there miniaba you see there is no reasonable person that can understand why they do these things utie nsem ni ya you can't understand what will be chrome oba no unimemra wo ho nhyehyɛ wo ho unim say shippers authority ne hyemra ye ehu adwuma e wo kronim so wo ba ye no kra na negotiation na so man no the power to amend its laws na amend na shipping Ghana Shippers Authority be approval na ya approval in fact okay ruling na shipping license or more there even though they were engaged before the 720 was arrived at they don't find that engagement extensive enough.
No.
How?
It is not true. See, in fact,
we met about 16 times. We met about 16 times.
This is our consensus, and before I'm more concluding on that. Now I'm more concluding. We any moment no more can say.
You see, we met about 16 meetings.
550 cap na ya set a standard for and it was in cities no which to mu ama ye bi o
later no sign
later no more workers
before
implementation of workers say and as o man sika na omo nya sika mfa ntua workers na omo wo Ghana ha na
so much
agent or represent your principal
into omo na mo so mutua wo ka
any trader ka
so omo can say that then it means it's an extortion.
It's extortion.
So what dwuma ko bi wo baby no we yi say besi anan na metue sika say metua e de ama mo mother company
no just can
no just
rep
that's a wo chimensa
sika ne dia but me no de kwampo de my focus is not even about the 720 and now I'm the money abrem ho kwampo no it has to be removed totally.
The argument in say it has to be removed now near say at least let's deal with the matter that is before the table first. Say we na report na we kwa ni etua bi po na mo tell you feel
na nyi free one dey nya dey say betimi aye ejuma.
Oh my goodness,
enya dey say be ye ejuma.
My goodness,
it's a dia Romeo as mono even of friend say Michael te ha say ya work ogina dwadifo nyina anemu e dia de na wo susu say e say dwadifo no enti ase anasa now no feel say even sika mo je community say dey waken binuma ready. Yeah. But still ano you know shipping e yine say omonti ase omoje dia de na hu say still dwadifo no so enti ase e koye nsem bebe omonti
say na Michael D kan change no dwadifo dream no shippers authority omo act 1122 and omo continue nyina our directive nim you get it section 36 I issue directive say henceforth shipping lines monje sa 720 na court ni ruling in favor of traders, favor of shippers authority and all that and no na monje they have it and adebako aye wonderful they say court ruling no judge no ma yeti say that 720 is in force. You get it? Aye chance age. Mon continue engine. It's a near say one date say okay from next week monje or say there be ade na yeje and then ma shippers authority 29 July e trust say hey emra na ya hye no mu sa amra no so no say sika margin in excess of the 720 no you will refund all these monies. You get it? Enti ye treat much ye ship ye importers say sika ye de ya ekra see betua nemo ye ko shipping line hono a shipping lines ne so omonje afen so no ye ntimi mamu containers no eden enka habo every say ebia na se na Mike ka no ebia na o deliver fish o hia na say obe deliver ebi so na obi ama timeline also timi deliver man importer wentimi amfa nko a oboneka
you've lost the business.
You get it? And that we had to convince them in writing. One of the shipper friends and importers ye letter Emma omo ankasa the tom letterhead so a survey shipping lines am warning say they are paying under protest. They are paying this money under protest because they know very well say there's a directive and in fact a court ruling for that matter. And it's a one year because we want to take and facilitate our clearance in Intino any year. Nemum afi yeba beye or yechira mo bi ehun say yes, even paying in protest na ya no, you still have to let the public know say I was say shipping lines no omutimidi adibo ema court na e wo Ghana ase sa pepepe ene ba beye na ma menka we ebi kro bofu
ehefo
importers no enti no bebrere no nkasa yoba ben say because we know 100 containers at a go ebi 70 containers ebi 50 containers
yes omo be
containers omo jegu habo bebrere
and say onya sika na won fa nyi a obeden
because niji sem na aba na me 100 containers na say o say give me 720 as CAC na say o give me 4,000 by 100 what if you ma what you say sika no do so
they are importers of more than 300 containers every monthly.
Yeah, what does it?
The importers who bring 300 containers in monthly.
70,000 be 50,000 and you couldn't even find crane afofro.
Now already no more traders in the community have problem with even the money more clear even we use shipping we say if you want ma most we use scramble with scramble honoma
you see in your baby you see importer no
that means if that shipping we say no combo na escalate
the matter
sure man cost through baby
sure because ayeka
when you had the marriage in a see why abona on your man auction na ko in your man if you unsa. I mean, why do we do this? You see, and me Romeo Casano, me person may read a portion of the judgment, you know, just some quick portions. Justice, His Lordship Kofi Emmanuel Diaba, and a judgment. Yes, in Sasha say, you see, in considering whether he was going to grant the injunction or not, this is what he said. There are 5 things, but the 4 and 5, paragraph 4 and 5 are very instructive. He says, since the directive is already in operation, if an order of injunction is granted now, and the applicants here, the shipping lines, are unsuccessful at the end of the matter, it will lead to inconsistency and inconvenience in the shipping industry. The judge acknowledges this. Says, at the end of the day, when sexual matter, it will bring problems, inconsistencies in the industry. However, on the other hand, if the application is refused now, that's the injunction application is refused now, and the applicants are successful at the end of the suit, it is easier for the shipping industry to adjust.
Yeah.
The balance of convenience, therefore, is in favor of not granting the injunctions at this stage.
Inti se me makwan se bia me injuncte na ruling no actual ruling eba na nye in your favor. Already they say wujisika.
Yes. What creating inconsistencies?
Wujisika no so na say you kasetua you will pay with interest. And we in the day when be who say judgment kon e favor wo mo no. But omu hu said be anka mo dwumadi amudi no ebe kono wano said be create confusion and inconsistency e wo de ekoso nti no and all the mama the court na kasa take it course
exactly
mama be injunct.
I'm not say sector minister ayo wanye boni
wanye sector minister no
say 550 Ghana cedis na shippers authority
that say famra we pay them about 720
exactly and also between 2 months president Mahama say me intervene na yanka wasem mu 550 no mamonje na mo so de na moje no so mamonje monje 720 as interlocutory fee and as a charge pending the substantive matter enka we ne bone ne say enti ka yenhwe na ka yenje na yentua ye ka asem ni wie a ne be ko na afem bia no then we come back to it wait minister why worry
shipping lines do mo ntiase because omono to them collecting money from the Ghanaian omo bona fide omo right so also omo just get here
it's now
if any omo right are there omo
the final whatever beba no so mo hwe ni mo say beba da be based on that no mo
the matter has not even started. The hearing no for the sexual application has not begun.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so they want to buy time.
Anything I so yeah protesting against this I say obiade na no tun ye person o mampani asote because I no pay ye gidi say UTV ekwechi ebi abeko minister no office kra no otie me sure kra say Flagstaff House and UTV ano mo ye den omutie nti o mampani ano pay otie me ono kra ye busy kra na djuma efo ni bi tie omo be man report say what is happening and I'm receiving call be 1 or 2 things into me more where the call came from. But no gives me a certain assurance that at the highest of authority, the issue has gone there. Because I received a call for an explanation on what exactly are ayeka. Now, muche opinion opinion was like, how are we allowing this to happen in our country? And so for us, a minister no say oma omampeni senior say industry no aseno oma ne reflect my omampeni the ejuma hyenensa. Yes, what he did, we don't say he did wrong giving them 720, but at this instance we think that the minister should, I mean, he should exert his authority. The industry no near their hyenensa. If he does not exert his authority, next shipping line is fire so on this particular matter. And you know a bit catch on my mom. So one day I'm sorry, no me imagine some beji $1,000 per container, 20-foot container. Yet me Because if you look at the case they made even at the injunction application, the shipping lines, the more China said they don't even understand the methodology. Shippers Authority and the minister no a year they arrive at 720.
Meanwhile, we met 3 tripartite.
Now, what shall I say? Akasano can say the partner is invested in Shippers Authority to approve such
Section 36. Now when anya frozen exim frozen na efre omampani
Ghana phone na efre omampani
I was say the cost of business na reflect obi abotom say na be ya ye come marketer ye nyina ebetimi amanu man bo ayefo no obi anya bi ato ebi akọ nanum na adwumayefo a omwo habo anaso omwo port no obi etima na adwuma asomdwem na okọ na se kana fofo a etedu bia na ya kasa kura na ye hwehwe utimi koje shipping la ya ye minipo baako or clear cargo 70 containers 80 containers. Sometimes they do pre-finance also no what ni sika
sometimes shipping agents no they pre-finance for us
etu koje 80 containers na say 4,000 times 8 unu ba na wo yim process o ja say wentimi anyenso a ye adwuma enti sanka wetimi ba forma ebe ma yen clearing agent yen so etime nya sumdie eni sika etime ja ye adwuma aboye nyina ebe ma ni nyina bafom ebi say importers no omunye for Christmas ni e de beto so ama no okodwomu a oye ni calculation a landing fee no ene no de beto adwuma no so yen so yen nya ni wa no.
It means that we'll bring more boxes, and you see adebakwa sometimes you can importers ho asema ya nkofo bebre enfo money into ne say ye fa nkofo adwuma pa o
bebre
obi order 300 boxes eba Chrome ha every month. Oni mun nkofo ahe obe for adwuma omoyi amaton ewo dwom nkofo obe for adwuma na say ontime mfa 300 boxes ni bien because of these charges, because your ecosystem no doing business is high. Na so so from 300 eba 100 a oni mun nkofo be lay off.
Now even when it comes to shipping companies, you know, are they the same people or more, you know, Lumi and Nigeria?
The same companies.
Yes. The same.
Now, I'm not say, but how many they conform because of
conform.
I know such a na. Yeah. Almost say now more just in the gas say
methodology be or use you any idea no. Nto who said your moje has said way higher than the omoje wo
but the prices there from there they don't charge per container, they charge per bill. Here they charge you per container.
Why? So if you are competing in Africa, you are losing already.
In the wake of after year abbey, let's say it's an open market.
Exactly.
Now you're Ghanaian. Sure. You in your mawaha. Cost of doing business. You cannot compete with another entity or no so because after no say if your production waha, your production waha nkofo ekra raw materials eba. Into what raw materials na bedua. Na so be nso olome no akra raw materials na dua.
No dey cheap.
No cheaper.
You get it.
So how would the Ghanaian business person, even those who are doing production Ghana, how can they compete with their counterparts within the sub-region?
There's a local businesses in so far.
Of course.
Because he produce raw materials and fan feed industries.
Yes.
The cost is too much. So it's very important to become yourself.
Okay, Ebusa Fonti say wo hwe me na say wo ye dwadini na ne wo de somo no ebo fit forward sa enei e na omaba be chichi mo na me de say yesan wo dwadini e wo ha say ya o kana senti Michael kasa ema dwadifo e na Romeo enso kasa ma omo agents so omo clear good no say their hands are tight. Into your seven penny. So, just say, we are foreign and also called be a memoir. Would dim rasso. But so people want us, would it any not to me a time or much else so chain. Your man penny Diana. I don't think so. Because on my morning, me na any idea, I saw man penny and semo. And also ye in a pound for Edo Matuto to you make Kua and no. So a moon show who say, Sa sector no, the echoes will be an pepe payo. ekoso ho but you say the kamia say e ba shipping companies ne dia pepepe yo enkoso ho nti yesre pa because e kame ene me kwakoto ade ene ma bebre ho no ma yenye wo ha enti se me kwakoto ye kra de aba ma kwakoto a onu dwadini no moka da wo de ya gini nyina beto so no wasan de ne mfa so ato so na me ma kwakoto nti e ba sa na ma me nso ma setene mu no aye de no wa bre a ehye bi wo ho no me betimi afa so ama dwadini ho beto no me a me kwakoto nso me ho beto no me clearing agents so eho ebeto no na ye mumu no a ye pride ye ho say ye Ghana for no ya kuma etimi ato ye yem asa ko ba ne say dia we dia na pay die mi nyi say ye o mampanyine ni gie say ne manfo bedi dwa na o makamu say de wo mo kamu say da bi mi nyi ni e na ade aban bi ampe ene say ne manfo be ye o ye kire e de a kire no say de o msi nyame adoma na wotwe ye ba be sim yo ntesu kokko no mo ba bete nti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye Mahama Trade Minister Ghana Shippers Authority mpanyimfo a wo mo ho no nyina mesremo we de muntu na mo kwa na next week na ndura mo man ka say wo mo baba be ye oye kire we de esremo pa ye bre no so anesa nti mo nsem a etwa to a mo beka na mama they say there's some penina na musu frɛ no
so o man penina na yesu
so the mic you see go kan o chim so man penina tiase
o share yen before the election no na any shipping lines and issues from duties to everything. You could see that the man had a good understanding. Into me say Oman penny obey important. But a businessman, Oman penny a businessman. Into no near my final words and they say before more the length and breadth of the country. Per se mom who say yes leadership no around the country from exim frozen foods guta obia and let's say ya teada and ye hwe na obi den ero mo ka wa fi o mabeti yetie omusofre because yes we kan na the appropriate quarters I will say yenso ye channel ye energies to ensure say the cost of doing business ebeba form no ye na ye pese ye catch shipping lines ne say we dey yesro mo omobo obi krom a omundi ne mra so untime mma obi fie na wonye de we den ope ekro we ya nye ana ya nchechire ama shipping lines a omaba Ghana ye chechire ma timamufo nti shipping lines ni ntime nya ade ebe ma timamufo ho ayeden a kire omo na ya say su afre minister of transport the CEO of Ghana Shippers Authority, Professor Jampo, and our Minister of Transport, and say, Omadaroma, Yesu, Yenimso Mate, Nemum ye per se, Omu take very decisive actions against these lines. Na lines, no, Omu meding, Omunya compliance, na Krum Hano, Ubi Ahun Hano, Ubi Kofane Kakraba, Ubitimia Pubi, Juma Mobi, na Ubi. Embe yese ase wo kofa ade aba beton wo krom ha no wasa so akofa o hawa eden ama ho nti ye de asema ye pese ye kan na next week shipping lines no NGS obia ye sha omobo se intesukoko ewo ye num no ye beti a kire na because omo pese omo bedi ye mra so
okay mate
Miniaba sorry but that's it Ansana meka the last words no. Let me say there is a new challenge at the port. And also shipping lines Korea and we appeal to them. Say over your port one containers are ya hu adwuma wie dada.
Empty containers.
Empties no ya dey brel no. Say no shipping lines they say omoni baby a omodi ego. Esen say ye kroma say no adwuma no eye denti. Volumes no kwa na ekosoro eniti yesre say empty containers na ye de akọ a ye de brom no number 1 omompe bia ukokro bia so a shipping line bia woni empty yard a oje empty containers egu nia omwo a habo ho no ohosusu
okay
enra na ye bankran na menko a ke ye di traffic mbe 24 hours I'm telling you.
Mufita mebaha.
If it mebaha. Eye habo ho traffic containers ni so sa. Enra me nipa ba ko ka chem se wo tru fitama ha. O tisa komo no. O fitama ha na opono so ko fia. Otimi di be 3-4 hours. E wo traffic mu anse na wedu. Containers na agi ho empty containers o. E sha se fi
maritime regional maritime
is
oba pack wo kwan ho.
E se ye kwan no. Wan hwe e kura na esan se emofra twem ni ade ni nti no. Asisi kwan no wan hwe akonya atorenche bi ni ade nti be sere o se.
Okay.
Omumpe empty vessel and some vessels in the bar. The best practices containers over 2,000 Google ha. I was empty 2,000 vessels
on a dumping site.
But I say only 2,000 bar. Number for 150, 100. Normally call there be not containers. You never go say. I had dumping sites and them but them and gano. Your best say empty containers na ji habo afano. Aden uko ports ni bi ono ma. I mean terminals ni bi empty containers ni ntino ye ntimi mfa ne a enuma wo mikwa ememesi yo na che na fe no so didi mo ejamba na aba basic asem ite be sero
yo
na be wie no mesre se eye freight forwarders and as a clearing agent eye Oman Ghana ye be sere shipping lines over porter eye port community all right ye nyina eye adwuma se na be ye benye kakra gu ebotom e de akọ eni nti enye ntokwa na ye ko eye understanding enti say ye de mra eye dwuma o nyina mo ye fomra ne nye dwuma se ne be ya we boy nyina
okay